Well, this one's about women and relationships and how to treat them right. Let's get this straight. Women are a complex species, yet they're simple. Here's the basis, the obvious of a girl. One, don't lie to them, because those motherfuckers will find out. Girls find out everything. They all talk to each other, and if they don't talk to each other, their cousin's friend's cousin will eventually be hanging out with them, and they'll, be like, oh yeah, my boyfriend's da-da-da. Really? Because I seen him with a girl at a party from the. So just don't lie to them. You're not gonna win. You're just digging a hole, and eventually that hole becomes a grave. So just don't do it. Girls. People say, oh, nice guy finishes last. I'm always so sweet to girls. That's because you're a bitch. It's nice to be sweet to them, but don't always be like, oh, boo-boo, baby, pinch your cheeks and shit. No. Sometimes they want you to be like, yo, shut up, you're wrong. Don't literally tell them to shut up. No, actually tell them to shut up. But, you don't always got to be a dickhead to them and stuff like that, but yet you don't always got to be kissy-smoochy. They want that balance. They want that, Another thing you got to do is pick up on a girl's emotions. A girl could wake up one day and be like, I want to be all over you, and I want to, kiss you from head to toe, and all that stuff. And the next day they wake up and be like, oh god, I just want to smack you in the face with a spatula. So you gotta understand how a girl's emotions go and how your girl's emotions go and her vibes and the things she feels. Some girls like to go out and party and socialize. Some girls like to be alone and have that time. So you gotta really find your ground there. That's how you know if a girl's right for you or not. If she got the common grounds that you have, or sometimes you gotta make a push. You gotta be like, well, I don't really like going out, doing whatever she likes to do, but you gotta do it because you want to make her happy. Another thing is meeting the parents. I don't understand why boyfriends just will be like, I don't want to meet your parents. So you want to be with this girl for as long as you can be, but you plan on not meeting her family. And I'm telling you, a girl will take her family over you any day. Any day. And if you make her choose between her and her family, you are not right for that girl, and I'll take her from you. Because I'll meet her family. I'll be like, what's up, mom? You want me to cook you dinner? So, it's not that complicated. Another thing is, just go out and do something fun with her. Don't always hang out with her and just take her to her house. You guys can get right. And don't always, take her out to parties or just take her to smoke up, Do weird stuff. Like I said in the one video, take her to bounce place. Take her go-kart racing and just slam her ass into a wall and then be like, ha! Beat her. Just beat her, be like, oh, what's up? Can't beat me. But, just do fun things with her. Take her to amusement parks, blindfold her, take her somewhere completely random. And it was just like, what's this for? And just, bang, drop it on her. Girls like spontaneous, random things. Girls like romance. Girls like things like, they like to be surprised. They like when their emotions overwhelm them, because then they get all jittery and they get the butterflies and they're like, oh my god, this is so amazing. Another thing, if you want to send your girl flowers, send them to where she's going to be around people. Because when she gets them, all the girls are going to be like, oh my god, your boyfriend is so amazing. And she's going to be like, yeah, he really is. Oh my god. And then once she gets out of work or wherever, she's going to be like, yeah, he's mine. So don't just send them to her to where she's going to see them. Of course you're going to appreciate them, but send them to where people are gloating to her about you, because that makes you look better. Another thing is her friends. Treat her friends good. Because if you make a good impression on her friends, they're going to be like, oh, he's such a good guy, I'm so happy with her. Don't flirt with them, but be cool with them. Make them laugh and shit like that, because then they're going to be like, oh, he's a great guy, I'm happy with him. You smile when you're around him, and that's what I like to see. Because if their friends are sitting there telling them, he's a dickhead, you shouldn't be with him, then she's going to be caught between a rock and a hard place, and you're going to have to deal with these weird spurs of emotions where she's going to be like, I don't know what I want, my friends don't like you. Plus a girl, it's hard enough for them to decide between hanging out with their boyfriend or hanging out with their friends. So you got to make that time where you're going to hang out with all of them. Another thing is, just don't tell her things if you don't mean it. Like, the words I love you are incredibly powerful, even more to girls than they are to guys. When you tell a girl you love them, if they're not a smart girl, but if they're girl who understands emotions, they could tell if you're lying and if you're just trying to get it. And if they can't, then you know you're just being an asshole for taking advantage of the word love. Now let's go to the word love. Love has so many meanings. You know, you can have love for a friend. I got love for many of my brothers, many of my people. You know who you are. You know what I'm talking about. You know, the BS boys, all that. You know, people that, the love that we have for each other as my friends, as you and all your friends, when they're hurting over something, you know, that would only hurt them, you're kind of like, hey, come on, get up, it's going to be alright. But when you're hurt from something genuinely painful, I remember a specific moment where, you know, something that was obviously traumatizing, painful to me, and I was on my knees, and I was crying, and I was like, man, I can't get up. And a good friend of mine, Sinclair, walked over, and, you know, he put his arm around me, he's like, hey, man, it's going to be alright. And right there, I was like, man, I got friends that really do care about me. So, you know, that's one type of love. Another type of love is a love as a respect for a person. You don't love them like to where you're like, man, you make me feel good, but you're just like, man, I love that person. I love their attitude. I love their style, their spunk, their, you know, umpty about them. I like the way they do things. You know, it's a love, respect kind of thing. And then there's passionate, deep love that even if you don't like the person anymore, even if you have the most worst feelings towards them, when you even see them, you're just like, man, instant flashback of memories and times that you've been through and just all that other crazy mushy stuff that, you know, it'll hurt. But if you look back at the people that you actually genuinely were in love with, it's nothing but good feelings. Yes, you know, ended, but you gotta remember, you went through so many good times, and I guarantee there were times that you were laying in bed together, or you were looking each other in the eyes, and you're like, man, I think I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with this person. So understand that just because it's over doesn't mean that it's bad, because you probably learned a lot, and you learned about yourself, and a lot for your next relationship and the next girl you fall in love with. So let's get back to girls. Let's get right back to girls. Don't hit them, or I'll beat you the fuck up, pretty much. And if I can't beat you up, I'll just get a bunch of people and beat you up. Don't hit girls. It's not cool. Don't put your hand on a woman. It's not cool. When you argue, call them names just to be like, yo, you're a fucking bitch, just because like you're trying to be cool. That's not cool. Like when you get in arguments, that's gonna happen. Your emotions get the best of you, and you're just gonna say things you don't mean. But make sure you let them know that you don't mean it, or they're gonna think you really mean what you were calling them and all that. Girls like, as I said, the wrestling and stuff, and you know, they like to cuddle and do all that stuff like that, and you know, all the other typical bullshit. But one major thing that I'm gonna tell you about girls that they really, really, really genuinely don't like is when you talk about other girls. Just don't do it, you know, and be relaxed about yourself, and be relaxed about who she is. You know, if she's like, hey, I'm going to the club, be like, alright, have fun. Don't be like, you're going to the club so you can fuck mad people. Okay, there are like maybe 100 people in that club. I guarantee out of them 100 people, 10 of them you know, and at least 3 of them will tell you what's going on and if she did anything. So if she cheats on you or whatever, then obviously you just found out she's not right for you. If you can't trust her going out and having a good time, then you can't trust her, you know, doing anything in life. So just be relaxed with her, you know. Girls like to be relaxed. They like to know that you're there for them. They also like to know that you're not going to jump on them over everything they do. They don't want to feel like they're treading lightly and that they have to constantly look over their shoulder to make sure. They don't like to feel like you're trying to put a leash on them. You know, we're all humans. So treat your girl as you would treat your daughter. If you had a daughter, you wouldn't want nobody treating her the wrong way. I'm sure all of you would say, yeah, I'll fucking shoot him in the head. I'll be waiting there with a shotgun. So don't do it to someone else's daughter. So, you know, it's just treat the girls right. If you want them in your life, treat them right. You know, if you're on your single thing right now and stuff, don't pillow talk them. Don't be like, oh, I'm gonna be with you forever. You know, sleep with them and then dip. Let them know that that's all it is, and then if they still want to do it, then that's on them. But if you really want to make it something, take your time, work up that chemistry and everything, and then I promise you, the fucking becomes making love. Making love is so much better. You know, it's passionate. You get these emotions, and it's just a better all-around feeling. So, you know, it's just be better in a relationship. Just take your time. Alright, girls. Got you. Getting house call.